Bill Rogel, shortstop from Springfield, Illinois. Batting now for the Tigers as we go into half the seventh. Dean is down on the mound getting the signal from Bill Delancey. He goes into his windup, and here's the pitch. He swings out of it, fouled it. Its foul goes bounce back to home plate. Bill Delancey. I thought the ball had gone up into the air for the moment. Started tugging his hat before he realized the ball was down on the ground. Harry guys will step out and dust up the plate. Bill Rogel kicks some dirt out of his heels. Stepped up there again, pulls at the beak of his cap. Faces Dizzy Dean, who's out there on the mound with his characteristic stamp before he goes into his windup. Here it is, and the pitch. A foul pops up into the hands of Leo DeRozier. They're short for the out. One gone. First batter up, popping out to Leo DeRozier. We have Hank Greenberg, the Bronx boy of New York City, up there for the Tigers. Down here kicking hard the dirt. He bats right, kicking hard the dirt down the batter's box. Here's the pitch. A strike called, clipping the inside corner of the plate to big Hank Greenberg, who's batting right. Nobody on, one gone. Here's the windup in the pitch. He offered hard at a slow ball, but it goes sailing over the line, foul, and it's just a long strike. Strike two. The roar of the crowd thinking it was a home run. It shot straight out that left field line. But it was serving foul all the time and wheeled across there. And he's up there now with strike two on him. Delancey signaling to Dean to go to his windup. There's the pitch. He swings hard, going down the other strikeout route. 2 out. Greenberg retiring one, swinging at one with plenty of hop and plenty of break on that curve. Marvin Owen, the third Tiger batter up in the 7th inning. The score 11-0 in favor of St. Louis. They made 7 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. Here's the pitch. A ball, too low. Delancey tosses out against the Dean. That's his fist into his catcher's mitt. Give the signal. Here it comes. A ball. Ball two again. Too low to Marv Owen. Delancey walks her out in front of the plate. Before he shoots it out to Dean again. He's standing there motionless. Then goes into his windup and he gets the signal. Here it is. A bounder down to Frank Fish, who takes it to the edge of the grass, shoots it over to Collins for the out. Retiring the side. 3 up and 3 down. Come in, Tom, man. No runs, no hits, no errors. Rogel popped up to DeRozier. Greenberg struck out. Marv Owen rounded out Fish to Collins. The World Series broadcasts are brought to you through the courtesy of the Ford Motor Company. They're sent to you directly from Maven Field, Detroit.
You are listening to WMAQ, the Chicago Daily News Station. The time is 2:25 and 20 seconds Central Standard Time.
After calling one of the first half of the 8th inning there at Maven Field, we have a change in the Tiger pitchers. Tommy Bridges, who's been in the box, is taken out. And football, Marbury, that colorful figure who for so long was with the Washington Senators. In great relief pitching, he did in his early days. He's now with the Tigers, and he comes in here as the Cardinals come to bat in the 8th inning. Ted Marbury, big, heavy set, right-handed. Cards come to bat, and here is Ford Barnes. Marbury's in there making the cover on a new ball. There's Charles Bullitt, the new left fielder. He's up at bat to start. Here's the pitch. A ball, forcing the right-handed batter away from the plate. Ball one. Here's the count on Charlie Fuller from Gerardo, Pennsylvania. Here's the wind-up in the pitch. Again a ball inside the right-handed batter. Ball two. Marbury, who comes from Streetman, Texas. He's just come in here to relieve in the 8th inning. Here's the wind-up. He cuts a hot one down. Flat short between short and second base. It goes on out center field for a single for Charlie Dick Bullitt. Who's down first now with Rip Collins. You up at the plate. And Rip takes his place there in the batter's box, cracking the rubber with his bat and swinging his bat forcefully back and forth as he comes up there to face the offering of Purple Marbury. One on and nobody out to score 11-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's we go into the first half of the 8th inning. Here's the windup in the pitch. He cracks one high out into right center. Pete Fox is going over under it and has it. And Fuller, who had chased almost down to second, has to race back to first. One out, one on. Dick Fuller on first, and Bill Delancey, the Cardinal catcher, coming up to bat. Gehringer gets the throw in. He tosses the ball over to Marbury, who wipes his hand off on the rosin bag. One out, one on. First half of the 8th inning, the score 11-0, favor St. Louis. Delancey's down there, swinging his bat back and forth. Here's the pitch. He cracks one down to second. Gehringer takes it, shoots it over to first. Not possible to make a play. Fuller was already down on second, and there's 2 gone. Delancey out, Gehringer to Greenberg. Ernie Orsatti, whom we've told you is from Los Angeles, California, and who has received an injury in almost every game of this series, but who has played sterling ball all the way through nevertheless. I believe he's only been out of 1 game when Fuller replaced him out in center field when the injuries were just too painful and legs too stiff for him to perform. Here's the pitch. A ball. Low, almost in the dirt. Stockton picking it out of it. Dick Fuller down on second. Marbury glances around at him. Standing on the mound, then shoots his pitch in, passes high and outside for a ball 2. Purple Marbury again wiping off the cover of the ball as he steps up there to throw the rubber. Looking around hard at Dick Fuller and the pitch. A ball 3. High one and inside. Ernie Orsatti, who bats left. He swings his bat very slowly and droops it down. Here's the pitch. And the walk. A ball too low. Orsatti is given a walk. You can see just the way he drops down to first as that right leg is still bothering. 2 men on, 2 out, and Leo DeRocher at bat.
Pitcher now is Marbury. M-A-R-B-E-R-R-Y. Marbury is pitching. The man up at bat right now is Mr. DeRocher. Man on first, the man on second, 2 down, and strike 1 has been pitched to DeRocher. He'll wait for the next one. Oops, that one almost hit him. Came in close, he ducked away from it. A very nice catch by Cochran that time to keep it from being a wild pitch. Very nicely caught by Cochran. Here it comes. That was the ball bounding back towards second base. It's taken for the force of Orsatti. That repairs the side. In the 8th inning, the first half of the 8th, and we have in that place for the Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on the bases. Starting to play in the last half of the 8th inning, man coming to bat is Fox, the right fielder. Mr. Fox is down there ready for the ball to be pitched down to him. Dean pitches it down. Fox lands it out toward left field. The ball lands way back in the corner and left. It's being taken out there and thrown right down toward third base in a fast throw. The ball is stopped by Martin, and the runner pulls up on second base with his second double of the afternoon. Fox doubling right down in the left field corner on the first ball pitch. That, ladies and gentlemen, being the 4th hit off Jesse Dean this afternoon. Now we shall see who comes in to bat for Albany, if any. You know, the largest score on a shutout in the World Series was 9-0 when it was 1905. Matheson pitched that game. Right now the score is 11-0 in favor of St. Louis. And of course, these Detroit Americans want to get 1 run in at least as they possibly can here before this game ends. It's the last half of the 8th, and the man in scoring spot, Walker, is coming to bat for Marbury. W-A-L-K-E-R. Walker batting for Marbury. Walker batting for Marbury. Steps up there, a right-hand hitter. Dean ready to pitch to him with a man on second base and nobody down in the last half of the 8th. Here's the pitch. First ball pitch is a long fly, way out toward left. Left fielder's after it. Fuller takes the ball, runs a few steps forward, and whips it down toward third base. So Walker is out on the first ball pitched on a high fly to left field. Next man coming to bat is JoJo White. White coming up with 1 down, a man on second. Ball has just been returned to Jesse Dean. Jesse's getting ready to walk toward the mound. He comes up onto the mound. No chance for a windup. There's Fox over on second in scoring position. White, the left-hand hitter. Dean stretches, looks towards second. Here's the first pitch, and White takes it for strike one called. Just above the hit on the outside corner. One strike to White. Fox taking his lead at second. Nobody seems to be bothering him at all. White again swings in close to the inside line of the batsman's box. Puts the bat back onto his shoulder, but the way he has changed bats, he hasn't had a hit this afternoon. Instead of using the black bat, he has a nice new white one. Here's the next pitch. The ball is called for a strike, catching the corner on the inside just at the hip. Strike to the JoJo. He was hitting 158 at the start of this game as far as his series hitting is concerned. That has dropped considerably so far with 3 trips at the plate and no hits this afternoon. Here's the pitch. He takes a swing at it, and it's called strike 3. You're out. White swings at it for strike 3, and that brings Dizzy Dean's strikeout record and the record of hits off him to be the same. 4 strikeouts, 4 hits off Dizzy. Mickey Cochran comes to bat. The idol of the Detroit fans, a great ball player. Steps up there, a left-hand swinger. Man on second with 2 down. He hits the first ball way out toward right field. Looks like it might be foul, but the wind is carrying it over near the foul line, and it's taken care of very nicely by Mr. Rothrock on a fly in foul territory, which retires the side in the 8th inning. We have the Detroit Tigers making no runs. There was 1 hit. There were no errors committed, and they had 1 man left in the bases. Ladies and gentlemen, the broadcasts of all the World Series games this year have been sent to you by the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Edsel Ford, and your local Ford dealer, producers and distributors of Ford and Lincoln cars and Ford trucks. I hope you have enjoyed these games. We're starting the first half of the ninth, ladies and gentlemen. First man coming to bat should be up here in just a moment for the St. Louis Cardinals. Calling for attention out there on the loudspeaker system, but right now we're watching to have Dizzy Dean come up for his turn at bat. All right, starter is pitching. Hayworth is catching. The first man at bat is Dizzy Dean. We're starting the first half of the ninth, and the score is 11-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. Sauter swings up to pitch the first one down to Dizzy Dean. Here's the pitch. Dizzy takes it close to the belt. Ball. What? Ball on to Dizzy. Dizzy watching for another one. Sauter swings up there, winds up very easily, pitches the ball in. Dizzy hits the ball out toward left field. Goslin's over after it, takes a line drive for the out. Dean out on a line drive to Goslin for the first out in the first half of the ninth inning. Next man coming up should be Pepper Martin. Pepper Martin this afternoon has been on base every time except the first time at bat when he struck out. He has walked, singled, been safe in an error, had another single, stolen a base, scored 3 times. Watching for the ball is pitched out to Pepper Martin with 1 down in the first half of the ninth. Sauter takes his wind-up, swings up easily, balances. Here's the pitch. Pepper hits the ball right straight up in the air toward first base. It's being blown foul. Greenberg is after it and takes the ball over near the dugout for the out. Pepper Martin out on a foul to Greenberg. That puts 2 men down and brings to bat Rothrock, who has doubled twice this afternoon, walked once, knocked it to a force out, and flied out once to left field. There are 2 out in the ninth inning, with Rothrock coming to bat.
Here's the pitch. A ball. Inside and low to the left-handed batter. 2 out, nobody on. Jack Rothrock up. Sauter has it again. Goes into that slow wind-up. And sets the pitch. And it's a ball. Ball 2. Again low and inside. Forcing Jack Rothrock to do a little half skip with both feet to get out of the way. That slow wind-up of the general again, and the delivery. He offers at it, but fouls back into the screen. 2 balls and strike 1. Here's the count now. After that foul back into the screen. 2-1 the count on Jack Rothrock. Third batter up for the Cardinals here in the ninth. Scores 11-0, favor St. Louis in the first half of the ninth inning. General Sauter, who just come onto the mound for the Tigers, pitching to Jack Rothrock. Mickey Cochran receiving. Here's the wind-up and the pitch. A bunt. He goes winging down first. Sauter ticket rolls over the line. Foul. Ray Hayworth, a great catcher, who caught almost half of the Tigers' games this year, and his name appears in the lineup here for the first time. Here's the pitch. He swings hard, and Crowder strikes out the last batter for the Cardinals here in the ninth inning of this seventh ball game. Cardinals now cut out to their position as we go into the last half of the ninth inning. The Cardinals leading 11-0 with Charlie Gehringer. Charlie Gehringer, the second baseman for the Tigers, due at bat. Bill Delancey's down there now waiting behind home plate for Disdean, who just did, it's almost a somersault going on out to the mound, just in high spirits. As he steps up there to the mound to start warming up with Bill Delancey. Crowder had it 3 up and 3 down in his appearance here in the last game, striking out Jack Rothrock, the last man, after running the count to 3-2. Here's Charlie Gehringer, walks out there now, swinging the bat viciously through the air. Third man in the Tiger batting order. Up first here in the last half of the ninth, trailing by 11 runs. He stands there almost motionless, then wings his bat around viciously again. Just goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. He offers at it, and it kicks the plate behind home, a foul. Strike one. Delancey never fails to knock that masking cap off if there's anything doing behind home. He doesn't wait. Instinct tells him as soon as that ball happens around him, he hasn't got his mitt to do something. Here's the pitch. He swings at it and cracks a hit, a base hit, out into left field where Hank Pullis has it. Shoots it in. It's a base hit. A single for Charlie Gehringer. First man up, Goose Goslin of Salem, New Jersey. Comes up and cracks the dust out of his heels. The dirt as he comes up there. Pulls the big of his cap. Faces Disdean. Here's the wind up in the pit. He cracks a bounder down to first. Rip Collins shoots it down to second. DeRocher shoots it back. And Dean was over there for the play. Takes the throw from DeRocher. So there was no possible double play. Diz was standing about a yard off first base. From here, it looks as though Dizzy thought he had his foot on the bag, but he was standing a whole yard or 4 feet away from first, thinking he was taking the throw for the double play. DeRocher making the out at first, retiring Gehringer on a 4th out, and then making the throw over to first, trying to get the goose. Rather amusing, the crowd all got a laugh as Diz looked down his foot and discovered the bag wasn't under it. So here we have Bill Rogel up. Here's the pitch. He cracks one hard, a base hit, rolling on the ground out in the right field. Bruce is on second, and Rogel is on first. 1 out, and 2 men on. Hank Greenberg due at bat. Goslin on second, Rogel on first. 1 out, and Hank Greenberg up. Hank's digging himself a terrific hole down here in the batter's box on the left side of home plate. He bats right, and he's digging one for his right foot. As Diz throws the rubber, looks around at second, wind up, here's the pitch. A strike call, snipping the outside corner to the right-handed batter. Strike one is the count. 1 out and 2 on here in the last half of the ninth inning. Tigers trailing by 11 runs. Stretch as he looks around at second, here's the pitch. Foul off the handle of his bat. Now, 2 strikes. Ball slipping off the handle of his bat and bounding over toward the Cardinal dugout. 2 strikes to count on Big Hank Greenberg. Up here for his last time in this 1934 World Series with 2 men on and 1 out. And the count 2 strikes on him. The stretch, here's the pitch. A swinging strike going down for the strikeout. And Big Hank, the first baseman from New York for the Detroit Tigers, takes the long walk over to the dugout. Delancey walks clear out almost to the pitcher's mound before he tosses the ball to Disdean. 2 men are gone, 2 out, and Disdean is out there on the mound facing Marvin Owen. Marvin Owen, another California boy, up here with 2 men gone, 2 on, and the score 11-0 favor the St. Louis Cardinals. Diz takes off his mound and clutches his right sleeve. Takes off his glove, walks off the mound, comes back up there again, Throws the rubber, goes to his catcher to pitch. A drive down to second, which DeRocher takes. Crosses to first for the final out of the 1934 World Series, which the St. Louis Cardinals win this seventh and deciding game with 11 runs, 17 hits, 1 error. The Tigers, no runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. A shutout for the great Dizzy Dean. He and his brother, the only pitchers during this 1934 World Series to have 2 games to their credit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know that these players are racing off the field, and most of them got off before this crowd got out here. The crowd is racing over to the Tiger dugout, but the Tigers have all disappeared down the little hole in the far corner of their dugout. And the Cardinals, of course, raced over there and got disappeared. We wanted to describe the scene for you here, but the fans are walking very quietly across the green flag here in Maven Field. 25 years since they've had a World Series, and they haven't won the World Championship. Their spirits are dampened, of course. We're going to pass you down to Tommy Manning, who's in the Cardinal dugout. Come in, Tom Manning.
Now the boys are coming in. You can hear them. And the first boy that's going on the air is Captain Leo DeRocher. Leo, what did you think of it?
Well, Mom, there's the bacon. What a great ball club. The greatest fighting bunch of ball players I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. A great manager and 2 great pitchers and deans and a great bunch of fellas.
Leo, you played a great game out there, of course. It filled with fans, times without number. And here's that right field of the Cardinals. The boy who dashed over into right center field, times without number, and knocked off those hard drives. Jack Rothrock.
Hello, fans. First, I want to thank the loyal rooters in California that sent me those telegraphs. And it's a great feeling. We got a great night, and we're all just as happy as we can be.
Jack, get some of the other boys here. Rip Collins. Here's Rip today. He had 4 hits. Come on in, Rip.
Well, I wanted to get one more, but I got one more out of the world's record. I hope my family's listening to me in Rochester, and I know my wife is. You can say that we're all happy as we can be, boy.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Dizzy Dean. Kid, just take this microphone and help yourself, boy.
Hello, everybody. Well, the Cardinals are the champions. I predicted before the series started the Cardinals would win the National League and the World Championship, and they certainly did it. And I predicted a shutout for myself, and boy, I got it.
Look at this. Did you try before you went there today?
Wasn't a good card. I have no alibi. Not at all. And I'll say, I can't say that much for the Tigers, because they come out and alibi just after their great defeat, but they took this from the Cardinals. And if I'd have lost the ball game, they ought to take the opportunity.
Well, it's mighty nice, Brother Dick. Congratulations, old fellow. You've worked hard, and it's mighty nice to have you here at the microphone.
Let's get over here and get Pepper Martin. Hey, Pepper Martin, come here a minute. Pepper Martin is trying to get himself a shower bath, but come on over. Hello, Mother, and hello, everybody. I sure am glad that we brought the old pennant back to St. Louis, and it's just wonderful. I think everybody's so happy. Thanks. Here's Bill Delancey, that great young catcher. You're going to hear a lot about Bill Delancey. How is it, Bill? I think it's a great series. We've got the 2 greatest pitchers in the world on our club. And here's another great pitcher. Come on in, Tex Clancy. It wasn't that a great ball game that did the different day. I want to say hello to my mother and father down in Texas, also all my good friends down yours. I'm happy as I can be.
Leo DeRocher, I want to give you the pleasure of presenting this next ball player.
Well, radio fans, I want to present to you next.
Wait a minute, Leo. To fill this up now, really do a good job.
Well, I tell you, it's very hard to say much about this young fella. He has got what you call it and everything that goes with it. He is one of the greatest young pitchers who has ever come up to the majors in the last 10 years. I'd like to present to you radio folks Paul Dean, brother of Dizzy Dean, the man who won that ball game for us today.
Oh,
Hello, fans. I'm sure happy that we won the ball game in the World Series today, and I'm sure that we'll be out there fighting next year, and I hope we can win again. Thank you.
Come on, Leo, present the boy that's
Later, I want to present the Cuban president, Mike Gonzalez. Hello, Frank. I'm very happy that we camped on the wall. We fight very much. That's one of the best World Series ever saw. We fight them more than anybody ever saw. The vampire as everybody else. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot. And here's the Dick Bullet. Wait a minute, we're going to get your fuzzy wires first. Come on in, Fuzzy.
Hello, everybody. We're all excited here, and we're very happy that we won this World Championship. It shows the fighting spirit. I want to say a word about Frankie Fish. He's got the fighting spirit, and he's inspired all the players with a great spirit, and we're sure proud of him. And the Dean boy,
Also, the George Bake Shop, see? All right. Hello, everybody, and Hampers, and Mother and Dad, and everybody. Goodbye. We're all excited here. Wish y'all lots of luck to happy kids. Oh, man alive, I want to tell you that this is certainly something. Jack Rothrock, what do you think of it? Isn't this Bedlam?
Oh, this is, never saw anything like it. By God, it's a real fighting ball club, and they're still fighting. They'll go on fighting.
These kids are certainly the happiest gang. We're trying to elbow our way over here to Frankie Fish. Hundreds of photographers are here. And Don Wilson, using all of his feet, trying to get through. We're trying to get over to Frankie Fish so that Frankie can tell you how it is to be the manager of a world championship team. He's sitting here now with everybody popping away. It's kind of hard to get in there, but we're going to get in to Frankie Fish just as soon as we can. Frankie, I'm in here now with one arm around him and somebody's talking to him. We're going to take, ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the world champion St. Louis Cardinals, Frankie Fish. Hello, everybody. I'm pretty well tired out. And, gosh, I'm just tickled to death about this thing. And the boys deserve all the credit. I don't want to downplay it, but they fought and fought. They never gave up. They're a great bunch of kids. It was a wonderful victory, a great series, a hard-fought series, and the hardest one I've ever been in. And we played against the great ball club. They gave us a battle all down the stretch, and a world of credit to Mickey Compton and everyone on the ball club. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie Fish, and on behalf of the thousands and thousands of listeners, we want to take their part for a moment and say congratulations to you and to all of your boys. I'm going to turn this microphone over to Don Wilson for a moment so that we can get some of the other boys.
Well, pandemonium is certainly broken loose here in the dressing room of the St. Louis Cardinals here after this game. We were in hopes of getting Joe Medwick on here a few minutes ago, but I believe he's left the dressing room. Joe? We're trying to find Tony Orsatti. Here he is. Tony Orsatti, ladies and gentlemen.
Jack, it's too happy to say an awful lot, but we beat a great ball club, and I've never been in a ball club that has the fighting spirit that this Cardinal outfit has. We're going to walk through here now, and we'll have some of the Detroit boys on the air for you just in a few seconds. We're going across over into the Tiger dugout, and a lot of you folks that are listening in want to hear the Tiger players. And first, Gerald Walker. It was trouble us to lose, folks, but I reckon we just had to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to present to you next Bruce Strauss. We gave them all we had, folks, so now we'll give them the credit. That's fine. Mickey Cochran, the manager of the Tigers, ladies and gentlemen. We congratulate the St. Louis Cardinals and Frankie Fish on a great series. The team is just too tough for us. Well, we get beaten, that's all. Billy Rogel. Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Rogel, the shortstop of the Detroit Tigers. Well, the only thing I can say, folks, is Dizzy had plenty. And he deserves all the credit in the world. Beaten. Well, I believe that that's just about all over in the Tiger dugout, of course. The situation here, the boys are a bit downcast, as you know. They fought the St. Louis Cardinals of the National League, and today the World Series at Navin Field is over. The boys have given their all in this great classic this year. Here at Navin Field, the series finishes this afternoon, and the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, are the National League champions. This is Tom Manning speaking, and I assure you we've had a pleasure in bringing you the World Series, along with Graham McNamee, Ford Bond, and our John Wilson. John, do you have a word to say?
Well, I haven't a great deal to say. I think that it's been our pleasure to hear from these very fine players, and it's been grand to see this last game in this 1934 series.
This concludes the broadcasting of the World Series games, sponsored by the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Edsel Ford, and your local Ford dealer. The sponsors will be amply repaid if you have enjoyed these broadcasts. Today's game writes the final chapter of the 1934 baseball season. The Ford Motor Company salutes the victors, the St. Louis Cardinals, world champions for 1934, and wishes both teams good luck in the pennant race next year. And in the meantime, watch the Fords go by. During this series, it has been the pleasure of a group of NBC announcers to present these games. Graham McNamee with the pregame pictures. Hey, Don Wilson did that job in his competent manner. Tom Manning and myself had the fun of giving you the play-by-play. This is Ford Bond signing off this game, which has come to you through the facilities of the National Broadcasting Company.